Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today, oh my gosh, you guys, today I'm going to be sharing something very, very special with you guys. I have a list of, grails beyond grails, and I keep this list as kind of a, wouldn't that be awesome if I actually got that opportunity, but probably not. That's happened just a couple of times since I started this channel. The channel has a lot of uploads. I think close to 4,200. So what I'm saying is that's very rare that happens. I got an opportunity to buy something very, very special, and I want to share it with you guys today in the form of a show and tell. Not a review, just a unboxing and show and tell. I've already been into this box and looked at it, but it's just too cool not to share with everybody. Thank you so much to my good buddy Levon from the Knife Nuts podcast for being kind enough to actually sell this to me. The truth is that Levon was not sure he wanted to sell this. We kind of kicked the idea around, and he said, I don't know, man. I'm really not 100% sure that I want to let this one go. Let me think about it. I think it was over the course of a couple of months, and I hadn't heard anything for a bit, and I said, hey, what do you think? How are your thoughts? And he said, yes, no problem, as long as I get first right of refusal if you ever decide to get rid of it. And I said, no problem. So very happy. He knows that I'm going to take care of this. He knows I'm going to cherish it. He knows I'm going to baby it. This is a knife that I have wanted for a very long time, but Levon had a version of it that I did not know existed. So I can't wait to show this to you guys. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex, and at least for the time being, on TikTok at _metal_complex, which, if you follow me there, you've probably already seen this. So this is a Tom Mayo and Shirogorov collab. I only know of one Tom Mayo Shiro, but maybe there are more. Anyways, this is not the first time that they have collaborated and created this knife, but it's a version that came out apparently in 2020, so spoiler alert, they're long gone. Your only option at this point is the secondary market, and I paid secondary market prices, and I was more than happy to. For a knife like this, we agreed on a price that I thought was fair. He thought it was fair, and that's where we were at with it. But this is a special Russian Dr. Death. They only made 100 of these. This is 93 of 100. But you'll notice that the blade is in damasteel, and it has that word that we don't see often enough anymore, Allotex. Oh boy, I cannot wait to show you guys. Oh my goodness. This is easily, one of the rarest pocket knives in my collection, and definitely it immediately has been bumped up to one of the most impressive knives in my collection. Let's go ahead and flip that out there. Oh my goodness, that is just spectacular. I don't think it's incredibly common to see if you're wondering what tier of Shirogorov this is way above their standard stuff, and their standard stuff is very impressive and very, very expensive, but we're way above that. It is not common to see a Shirogorov knife in damasteel, but that is what this is. Very cool. And then we have the Allotex silver carbon fiber front scale. Beautiful accents here on the pivot. Then we actually have micromilled contoured titanium. Look how the holes go through there. A lot of people, they say, I don't like holes in knives. The holes in the Dr. Death are iconic. I have wanted a Tom Mayo Dr. Death. This runs on roller bearings, by the way. I have wanted a Tom Mayo Dr. Death for so long, but knowing that Shirogorov collaborated with Tom Mayo and created the Russian Dr. Death, I had been specifically setting my sights on one of those. The problem is that they're so unbelievably hard to find. I did not know that the Arctic version existed. This was like I said, a 2020 collaboration. I don't think this is one of the most beautiful knives that I have ever seen. I've always been a huge fan of how the handle sort of opens up into this guard area. It really looks like, you can't say the word combat without the specialist coming in and wanting to correct you. So just, relax, combat specialist. I'm going to use your sacred word without actually knowing how to use a knife to fight anybody, which, by the way, is not what I'll use this for. So give me a hall pass, okay? It has that sort of combat knife look, which I love. Always been a big fan of symmetrical daggers, of swing guard stilettos, all of that. I love that sort of combat dagger look, that fully symmetrical or kind of, partially symmetrical, like the handle kind of has that look where it comes out. It's not exactly the same, but I think you understand what I mean, right? It's almost like here, swell, guard, and then point at the top. Really just spectacular. This also seems to have a nearly impossible balance. It is wild. It is so unbelievably lightweight because the front scale is entirely Alatex, which, this is a material, I talk about this a lot. We don't see this stuff anymore. I really wish that we would see it on, it's basically a silver carbon fiber, and it looks so cool. The only thing I've seen it on in recent years was the Kaladin by Jim Skelton. I just love this stuff. I really wish that we would see more of it. Just really cool. A lot of stuff here that you don't typically see on Shirogorov knives. That pocket clip is just absolutely wild. Man, the bevels of the screws all polished. Really beautiful. Little filler tab there. I'm actually not sure. That actually looks to be nested into the Alatex. Whether it's adhesive, I'm not really sure. It doesn't look to be screwed in. But really, really cool. So this knife, the Tom Mayo, excuse me, standard Dr. Death, and then I think there's actually like an XL one that's huge, right? I think the Tom Mayo standard is actually even an inch longer than this, and then he makes an even longer version. But this version, not a small knife at all, coming in at 8.5. If you go all the way to the, do we call this a glass breaker? Kind of, right? By the way, look how highlighted. Boy, they are impressed with their blade centering abilities, aren't they? They're just showing off. They're like, let's highlight that area and really, really showcase exactly how centered that blade is. I guess if you want to call this a breaker, right? If you want to measure to the back of the breaker, 8.6 inches, maybe, whatever. Blade to handle ratios on this knife are absolutely stunning. It's like a combat steak knife. Yeah, it's a 3.85 inch blade. All of 3.75 inches on the cutting edge as well. Crazy, crazy cool. I actually own a lot of Shirogorov knives, and it's all kind of within that same general territory. But we have the Russian, or I think they call this the soft overkill, the RJ Martin and Shirogorov collab. We have the F95 NS, I think. We have the F95 with the Aqua Technicarbo. That's the special one. We have a Gen 1 Quantum. And we have a Quantum Ursus. I'm just comparing for other people who might have Shirogorov knives. Quantum Ursus. And then we have the F95. I forget, is it NS or I can't remember whatever you refer to the frame. Then this is the NL, the new Gen 5 NL. But quite a few Shirogorov knives. This is easily the nicest one, though. That is in terms of my personal Shirogorov knives, I love them all. But the Russian Dr. Death Arctic Edition is easily the crown jewel. It's just 100%. Oh, am I missing one? I thought I could get them all into the camera here. I don't know why. Now that I've set them up, I'm kind of like dead set on getting them all in frame here so that you guys can see them. Yeah, let's do like this. We'll move this over here with the other quantum, and we'll put this guy right here. So my Shirogorov collection is definitely growing. Definitely. I've always loved Shirogorov knives, but that, I cannot believe I am checking that knife off of my list. I never thought I would get one, and I am just super excited to have that one here and to, show it to you guys. And you will certainly see this knife in referenced, from now on. You'll see it in various forms of content on this channel. You'll see it in collection updates. But yeah, I am truly just over the moon for this. That is such a spectacular and legendary aesthetic. Love it or hate it. If this is your first time ever seeing the Tom Mayo Dr. Death, right, original or this collab with Shirogorov, you will not forget this. Absolutely awesome piece. I wish they made a regular version of that, like a continuous production version, because it's so cool. But anyways, that's it for today. I just really wanted to show this off to you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks again to Levon. Please follow the Knife Nuts Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe to the Knife Nuts Podcast on YouTube. Check out Levon's page there. It's really cool. Awesome guys. Levon, I know, has more super cool secret stuff. I'm really happy to get one of his super cool secret knives from his vault. Very honored to have this one here. So anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex, and at least for the time being on TikTok at _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.